Hi, my name is Jay Patel. I'm a student at UC Berkeley in Professor Lavian's IEOR 190G class on the smartphone patent war. Up until this point of this class, I've been publishing videos on YouTube that relate to a certain company's uh, current patent litigations and their position uh, in the smartphone wars. But this week we have a change of pace where as students we focus in on one patent and elaborate on that and its role in the current litigation. So before I get into my patent, I'm going to tell the story of how HTC and Apple are currently in a patent dispute, a long-running patent dispute. So this patent war between HTC and Apple started about in 2011, I believe, when Apple sued HTC for patent infringement. Apple won on all counts. After that, HTC decided to counter Apple by suing Apple on four different patents, claiming that Apple had infringed on HTC's patents. The courts upheld that Apple was right and HTC's lawsuit was struck down. Afterwards, HTC appealed the ruling, but the ITC only accepted one of HTC's patent claims of infringement. That case went on. It ended 1 week ago, last Friday, and the court once again ruled in favor of Apple. So far, the war between Apple and HTC, Apple is winning by a significantly large margin because HTC, to my knowledge, has not won yet. Um, Now, as a little bit more background, going a step further back and discussing who HTC is. HTC, if you don't already know, is one of the largest smartphone manufacturers in the global market. They are the second largest provider of Google-based Android phones. They Up until 2009, they had previously run on Windows for their smartphones, and then nowadays they focus both on Android, mostly Android, and also now they're trying to get into Windows with Nokia. Not together, but at the same time using Microsoft's products. Now, uh, HTC, previously known as the High Tech Computer Corporation, is part of the Open Handset Alliance with Android. So naturally, they're gonna rub shoulders and butt heads with Apple, the maker of a competing platform and completing platform and operating system to Android. Um, so now that the background story has been established as to who HTC is and what the rough guidelines of this patent litigation is, we're going to get into the more of the nitty gritty of the current patent in dispute. Now, the patent I have selected is um, is a patent that HTC filed, which is aimed to switch off different parts of the device depending on the power remaining. So what this patent claims it does, is that it takes a smartphone, which HTC alleges is a combination of a PDA, a personal digital assistant, and a smartphone, and a phone. Um, it takes it takes this smartphone and it manages its battery. So if the phone is idle, the phone doesn't use as much battery because certain functions are turned off. If the phone is turned off, certain connectivities with with the cell network towers, those are turned off. If the phone is already on very low battery, certain features of it are turned off. So what this patent does is it makes sure that the smartphone manages its battery life well, or at least better than it would if without this management. Um, this is the patent HTC filed. HTC filed this patent back on July 1st, 2003. It took about, I don't know why, but it took nearly 3 years for this patent to be issued. It was issued on Valentine's Day, 2006, um, and the patent is titled "The Method for Power Management of a Smartphone." Its U.S. patent number is 6999800. Um, and again, this is the current patent that's in dispute with Apple. Even though the court struck down HTC's claims of infringement, HTC says it plans to appeal and that they are dismayed with the ITC's ruling. Um, so this patent could possibly, even though it seems that the issue was solved a week ago, this patent issue, this litigation will still probably continue for the foreseeable future. That is it for this week. Please tune in next week when I believe I will be going into more details of the specifics of this patent.